Once you have removed the console from the dashboard, you now need to start disassembling it. First, we'll start off by removing the clear fascia using the lugs located around the console. This is then easily removed by lifting off. Now you have access to the needles, which now need removing. The easiest way to remove the needles is by using a fork object, similar to the one I'm using here, and you simply locate it beneath the needles, which may be close to the dash. You may need to lift them slightly, and by levering it off and pulling it, hopefully without damaging the needle at all. Don't worry, as the black cap may pop off, as it's just simply welded using melted plastic lugs. Carry on by removing the rest of the needles in the same fashion. Please take extreme caution, as they can become easily damaged. Now you have removed the needles, you'll need to gain access to the circuitry. This is done by reversing the console and removing the gold screws located around the black plastic area. To do this, you will need a Torx 10 style security screwdriver. Then remove the screws, place them to one side, and then you can remove the black shroud from reverse. Now you will see the motors that control the needles and the lugs holding the plastic into place. These need to be pushed down and you will release the PCB from the board. You will now be left with the PCB and the console, which can be placed to one side. Now here comes the fun part, actually changing the LEDs. The LEDs you need to change are the ones that illuminate the dials, which are located 3 around the revometer, 3 around the speedometer, there are 2 located on the petrol and temperature gauges, and there are 6 located on the trip counter. I recommend using a high quality soldering iron, temperature controlled, to minimise any possible damage to the board and components. A pair of long nosed pliers are helpful to control the components as you are removing them. You'll see here, the soldering iron has reached the appropriate temperature. As I apply the heat, I am lifting the component from the board. You now need to perform this on the opposite side. The component is now coming away from the board. And the component is now away from the board. Prepare the pads ready to receive the new component with fresh solder and making sure that they have an even coating either side. You will also want to note the polarity of the previous component, noted by the small notch in the corner. Please note that the components may be located in opposite directions, with the notches being in opposite corners. When preparing your new LED to be mounted, hold with your tweezers, mount the pad and place the LED in the position. The LED will now mould to the solder, which can be also done on the bottom connection. Make sure to push down on the LED to ensure a good contact is made. Additional solder may be required. And there we have it, one changed LED. This should now be tested in your car before you carry on changing the rest of the LED.